What is up, Halo fans? I posted a video of this before, excuse me, but I don't really show it much because it's really not for sale. This is actually the second Master Chief I ever painted. I unfortunately no longer had the first one as he exploded. He was bigger than this one too, because this one's like 20 inches. So there was a problem with, I had to fix the gun up at the top, up there, but I'll fix it and sand it. It's not, like I said, even if it was for sale, but when I fix it, you'll never know. It'll be sanded and repainted. But I don't plan on ever selling it. It's just something unless someone made a good offer on it, it's not happening. And I don't think somebody would even, I mean, it is fucking awesome though. He is definitely sporting a fucking badass paint job and weathering. Doesn't look like the other one. You might see the smaller version. It wasn't meant to look. See, I think that people don't, because they don't know my work and the point of some of it. This model was printed on a messed up printer because there are printer lines on it. But I made the best I could. I didn't have one at the time. It was my second printer. It came defective. There's nothing I can do about it except for use it until they finally replaced it. But I mean, it's still a fucking badass paint job. I don't do airbrush anymore on the 117. He gets stickers from now on, and then I can go from there. I don't like the way they look, and I use my sticker stencil for it, but anyway, you see those printer lines, but I don't give a shit. It's mine, and this is one of the nicest statues I think I've ever made, in my opinion. And I have a lot of good ones. But, so anyway, let me move on to, I was like, what's that on his leg? I forgot I had him laying on something, and it must have got on him. He's resilient though, trust me. So the main thing I wanted to show is this. This is the actual first ODST I ever painted, and it's a color that you'll never see anybody paint it. I know somebody will say, "Why? Yeah, it's because it's fucking ugly," but you know what? Kiss my ass. I think it's freaking amazing. I don't even know how I made that brown gold color. I really don't. So the reason why I'm showing this ODST is because I have only one other one as an example, because I have them for sale. I just wanted to give another example of what I do and the way it looks. That was just the style of mask I put on them at the time. But I came up with this idea because I had the two characters, and I was like, you know what? They work together often. And I think people forget that. I know he works with Marines too, but I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for these, he wouldn't be so successful sometimes. So, again, I just want to show the work, the colors of it. I do wish those printer lines weren't there, but I love it. It's one of my favorite things I've ever made. And it's just the way it is. And I do all the decals and stickers as well that are on there. All the crackling paint. That's not stickers, that's paint by me. All of this, everything you see was painted by me, by hand. Everything. None of this is airbrushed. The only thing that was airbrushed is the primer, and you can't see it. So let me turn them a little more. Sorry. I shouldn't say anything about my own work, but this thing is amazing. I love it. I had to put that sticker on there. Didn't have to, but I found them, and I was like, and I put this stuff on there to hide the outer lines, and it didn't help. It's supposed to melt it in, but it did not do the job it was supposed to. but that's okay. Nothing I can do about it. I've done it a few times, and every time it doesn't do, like I said, that's made specifically for these type of models, and it just does not work. Well, and I followed directions too. I use both of them. They smell, and it still got me. So this one doesn't follow the same idea as the other one. His mask is clearly just that color, but you will find the same bronze goldish color all throughout. All his all the screws are painted in chrome. If you see them, see the little screws on his chest, on his right there, whatever that belly thing is. And then the undersuit as well. Also, the undersuit is painted different than the leg wrap. You'll know. I mean, I just feel like, you know what? I don't see a lot of people do that, and so I like to make sure everything's distinct. And he was weathered, by the way. If you're like, why does he look like dirty and shit? That's because he is dirty. He has weather, and you see his helmet scratched up. I've totally forgot. I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, what's? Oh yeah, that's right. He's weathered. So if anybody's looking, he's not clean at all. If you wonder why his silver is mucky looking, see the dirt on it now. Maybe you guys already noticed. I totally forgot when I was looking to describe that. There is dirt on him everywhere. You know, he wasn't just he didn't just come off the factory floor. He is dirty he's pretty dirty. I was worried about putting it on him, but I thought, you know what, I don't want him to look clean, like, you know, he's supposed to be battling with the chief. And as you see, the chief, one of the things I like to do is give him a nice scraping, because I usually do his ass panel more scrapes, but I didn't. I did his back and his helmet. You can see, gave him a nice scraping in all the right areas. That's what he said. And look, he even has the decal on his gun too for the ammo counter. I mean, that gun is one of my favorite things. Well, it was early on when I started doing them, and I was like, man, that shit's so cool. So, and then I gave the ODST, you see his hands. His hands are, unlike the other ODST in the blue where I was like, oh, his nails should be dirty. He actually is dirty because I did weather him, so you can see his hands are dirty. So, yeah, I totally forgot. He's totally weathered and scraped up. You can see it on his helmet. Oh, there's the white stripe I had mentioned. The other one does not have. I did like an airbrush of his helmet instead. You can totally see where he's scraped, and he has his white stripe. That's not completely. I didn't do a like this, like those. I didn't do that to it too much. I don't know if I did it in the front. I'll have to look. Let's look together. Yeah, a field trip. No, I didn't. I did not. I guess I did a little tiny, did I? Oh, yeah, like a little tiny, some of the edges, yeah. You can see where the paint's been professionally scraped up by my technique, which is not a secret. I just had to I kind of figured out how to paint on my own. I didn't really have anybody to teach me. I kind of watched my brother growing up, but I mean, as far as this is like, I just was doing this on my own. There was no do this, do that. And then I started watching professionals, and I try to be professional as much as I can. You know, I want to look cool. I want him to look cool. I don't want him to look shitty. That's what I'm saying. So let's look at his back real quick before we go. The same deal. He's all dirty. His camo, honestly, that's the first time I think I ever painted a camo on something, and I had to dirty it as well. So, you know what? I honestly cannot recall painting his booty plate that color. That light. I guess I did it in that aluminum color. I just don't remember doing it. That's crazy, right? Well, it's a long time ago, like not even a year ago. This is how long I've been doing this, people. If anybody wants to know, I literally never painted a fucking statue in my life till like around this time last year. I started painting Deadpool, which was like the first thing I ever did. If you've seen my video that I did for my daughter. Oh yeah, look, so you can see his decal much better. And so, and then like, so you can see his hands. Man, this shit came out nice. I don't have any complaints except for the printer lines, but it is what it is, you know. I had to use it. Thankfully, I got my Doskis back. And yeah, there they are. Like I said, I never thought about selling them. I probably would. I don't like to turn down money, but they are kind of like, in a way, special to me, and probably would only be to me. And the stand too, I made this just for them. It's got some rusty looking rocks. I don't know. I had to make something big enough for the two of them. Oh, it's true. That's when I was doing the Chief legs. I would put scrapes on his bolts too. I just forgot about doing all that because I don't do it on the new version. Like my new stuff, I don't do it, or I haven't, because he's more. Excuse me, because the ones I'm doing, a couple of them are where they're fighting the flood, and he's more dirty than he is scrapey. And so when I do the big one I'm doing with the flood and the Chief and Arbiter and the flood, they're going to be gross. They'll have flood guts on them in some capacity. I just haven't gotten around to that statue. I have fucking 10,000 things going on. So, but I appreciate you watching this, and you know, this is just something that I love so much. It's like I said, it's like the first major thing I did as a two-piece, and I mean, I put it in it's displayed in my room for now. I'm sure. Oh no, actually, it was up there. Weep. It was up there. So I'm sure a lot of people watching, even with the printer lines, would love to have this. Because look, from here, like, you can't even see them unless you know they're there. You walk super close. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of people watching this video would love to have this sitting on their shelf. I mean, I still have to fix the gun piece, but even if I fixed it, I can't even imagine how much I would want for this thing. I mean, it's two big-ass statues painted to perfection on a nice stand. These don't have magnets, as you can tell. I don't know if you can tell, because this was before I started using them, unfortunately. I probably could reprint this stand and cut the pegs off and put magnets on their feet. I probably should one day. But as of now, if I were to sell it, it's not coming with them. And I'd probably put a couple rocks under the Chief's foot, because he does, even though I cut it perfectly, it looks like he does have a little lean to him. He won't ever fall over unless you like smack him really hard, but it would have to break the pegs, which is why I use magnets. So, but yeah, man, these things are badass, and I appreciate you watching. And by the way, I did paint the Chief dark like that on purpose. I just like him in the darker green. Nothing else I have is that color on purpose. You know, I made him look like that on purpose. It was my choice. But I wouldn't paint my ones that I sell like that. Typically, I try to keep them closer to the games. They vary a little bit because they're mixed at different times. And sometimes wash will affect one shade more than another for whatever reason. You got to watch how long you let that shit sit on there or you'll ruin it. You could. So, all right, I'm out. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.